Welcome to It's About to Get Real with your hostess, Olivia Cesena. It's About to Get Real is a unique talk show with unique guests and a very unique hostess. For our first guest, we welcome psychic medium Davona Ferguson. Now, without further ado, here's your hostess, Olivia Cesena, and her guest, Davona Ferguson.
And welcome to my new show, It's About to Get Real. My name is Olivia Cesena. I'll be your host today. And today we're going to speak with a young lady who has a special gift. And by the way, if you're watching, don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube and watch more episodes of us. Thank you. And again, we are here with my first guest. Her name is Davona Ferguson.
Hello.
And hello.
Hi.
Davona?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for being on here, really.
Of course, thank you.
I hear a lot about you, and I've heard a lot of, stories. So you tell me, and you tell the audience, where were you born? And later on, I'll ask you more questions. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
That sounds good. So my name is Davona Ferguson, and I was born in Danville, Illinois. I was a preemie baby. I was born with all my insides on the outside. I ate from my ankles, and I went to the bathroom from my stomach. I was in the hospital for about a year. And first man-made intestines. That's
Wow, you're a miracle baby. You are a miracle baby, and a beautiful one too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So tell me a little bit about growing up in your house and how this all came about, and all these feelings and all these, like spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
How did it happen?
So when I was younger, I used to hear people talking, or I'd hear people calling my name. And so my mom would be like, girls, go sit down. Like, no, it's calling your name. And so I'd always spend a lot of time by myself because I don't know, it just felt like it was kind of different. And I thought maybe it's because I was younger, because I have an older sister that's 6 years older, and then my brother's 3 years older than me. So after a while, probably about 5, is I thought someone had talked to me about a situation where my cousin was murdered. It was filed as a suicide, but what happened was I was telling my mom the story, and I was trying to figure out who told me what happened or whatever. But I could see that it was in Vista, California. My cousin's name is and he got shot in the head. So what I saw was in my mind, what I thought was someone telling me was that his mom sold him to some drug dealer things. It was some craziness that had to do with all that stuff. So whatever the case may be, somebody didn't come back with the money on time, or somebody did something, and the guy, he lives in he asked my cousin, or do you want to kill yourself, or do you want me to kill you? And my cousin said he's not going to kill himself. So then me and my cousin were both left-handed, and everyone else is right-handed. So he took the gun and he shot my cousin in the head, and then he put on the right temple, and then he put the gun in the right hand. And so I thought, for some reason, my mom or someone had told me all this information, because I can see it. It's like a movie, that's basically what it is. And so then my mom got really upset because, I forgot there was some more to it. After that, I could see them in the warehouse. It's this warehouse behind Taco Bell. And then they all went to go leave or whatever. And then this other lady named Rose, she was getting in the car. I don't know how we're related, but I knew the names and the cars and what it looked like and the colors. And when she was going to go tell someone, I think she was actually driving to my mom's house to go tell someone what really happened. And her car blew up, so she never made it.
Oh my God, sounds like a...
Yeah.
That sounds like a weird movie. That
really
sounds like a movie. And now, no one ever told you this.
Right.
Did your mom ever say, hey, who told you this?
That's exactly what happened. So she's like, you need to stay out of grown people's business. Who told you this? This and that. And she calls my aunt, and rest in peace, Auntie Janice. She calls my aunt, and she's telling her, you were talking to my daughter, da-da-da-da-da. And she's like, I was not, I don't even know what you're talking about. It was ruled a suicide. And so I'm like, well, it wasn't a suicide. That wasn't the case. So then, but fast forward like 20 years later after my aunt killed herself.
Oh wow, you've had a lot of tragedy.
They closed the case.
Tragedy in your life. You have a lot of tragedy. And look at you, you're beautiful, you're smiling. You know, you think that when, you know, you have all this tragedy, you're depression and you're gloomy and you don't want to be bothered. And that leads to suicide.
That's true.
But here you are, living proof that things that happen to you in your life, you move on.
That's true.
And you give joy to other people. Now, do you give, like, you have a sense when you see people, you give a gift, like you say, you see a stranger walking on the street and you say, hey, do you have, you know, a sister? Does that happen to you?
Yeah, and not kind of in that sense. Really quickly, I want to say that they reopened it up as a homicide 2 years later.
Did they really?
Yep. So that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
But
awesome.
But yeah, so sometimes, like, for instance, it doesn't matter where I'm at. Like one time I was at Walmart, and it's hard because I'm really a shy person that people probably don't really realize. So it's really hard to like go up to people that you don't know, like, hey, can I put my hand on your forehead or your heart?
Right. I was gonna say, what's wrong with this girl?
Right.
Come on. You know, I mean, you see a lot of nutty people out in the street, and you're thinking, well, she belongs in a, you know, psych facility.
Yes.
So
I have the tendency.
But
sometimes.
look at you, you're just so beautiful, and the spirit in you is beautiful.
You know, it's just love. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's nothing like this. That's just a shell. It's just spirit of light, spirit of love. You know, that's all.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, has anything ever happened to you that it hurt you? Or like if you feel these beings around you? Do you feel anything?
Not so much anymore. Thank God.
Thank God.
But when I was younger, I would go to sleep, and then I lay down. You know, you lay down, you go to sleep, this and that, this and that. So when I was little, I had this little thing. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. And so I had this thing that, oh my God, I don't want to, like, I don't want to sin. So I thought to myself, like, I'm going to have to kill myself in order to make sure that I don't sin because I want to go to heaven. All this, like, theology and, you know, things based off of fear. And so then, so I think I kind of manifested some of my own things also with that being said. So when I was little, I would go to sleep. I try to go to sleep before anyone else went to sleep so that way I can hear everyone's like awake so I didn't have to be scared.
Oh wow, what a ew, what a feeling.
And so then I would look down, like as soon as I'd start to fall asleep, I can still hear everything around me, but the room would get really, really, really dark. Like the darkest dark that you could like ever see. And then all of a sudden, these little things would pop up, like sitting on the edge of my bed. And sometimes they would like get on top of me and they'd be like trying to choke me. And I know that some people say that there's like a paralysis or whatever, but no. Like I thought that too. I tried to find every reason for it to like, obviously who wants to go through that? Like, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But I would wake up and I'd have scratches all down here or I'd have bruises and my mom would be like, what were you doing? Like, who did this to you? Like she does, who did this to you? I'm like, I don't know, Mom. Like, I swear, like I didn't go. And this is as a little kid, like 5, 6. It's funny, my cousin would be there for that too.
Now, with that said, I mean, with all those scratches, did anyone ever think that there was any abuse going on in your house? And there's, you know.
Right. Well, there was abuse in my house anyway, so, but that was just like, she's kind of crazy too, so she'd be like basically, I'm the only one that gets to beat you, like who's beating you?
Wow, Davona, wow. So, oh, you're getting put chills on me, God. So you came from also abused home.
Yeah.
So do you think that because people are skeptic, do you think that triggered those feelings inside you, or are they real? I
think that it came, like this gift came as a protection. Like,
that's a good way of putting it.
A way to like protect me as a child.
Way. You okay, baby? Now this is not a put on, this is for real. She's showing her feelings, her emotions, what happened to her as a child. No one should ever go through this. And people who have these feelings, we'd love you to come on and share your feelings because she's not the only one. And if you have any doubts, you know, we have room for an open forum. So if you want to go down on our right here, Real Action Production, Real Network, go down there and leave your comments. Maybe you have the same problem as Davona. You know, we don't know what's going on. So
I think that used to come as a form of protection. And then all of a sudden, like I could hear, actually, me and my cousin would be in the room and I could hear conversations that either her mom would be having or like, so that part was kind of fun because I got to hear like all the details of what all the grown-up conversation was. So that was fun. And then also knowing like everything that my sister would be up to. And so that kind of stuff was fun. So that part starts coming in like that. But that's when I really realized that I had that gift, it was like at 5. And then I started like being able to hear things and then see things. And then angels start coming to me and I could see them. Beautiful. And that was when like, that was like the best thing. I remember the first time they ever like lifted their wings and I was like, cause I thought like, it looks, when you see them, it looks like everyone else should be able to see them too, because they just look like regular people. And then you look around at other people and you're like, you guys don't see that? Like that, like, it's like the same thing like when I close my eyes, like, you know, when I close my eyes, I see like geo shapes and like sacred geometry and I see faces and sometimes I see artifacts. Like right now I see like these triangles, they're gold. And there's like, oh, how pretty. It's like 3 of them. It's like a little one right here and then it's like a big one right there. Then it's like another one right there. And it's like gold and it's like really pretty, like, and it has little sparkles like around. So that's
good. That's a good, you know, feeling.
Yeah.
You know, and so you don't get the bad feelings anymore.
Not anymore because my brother taught me that, well, first I thought it was crazy. And so like, I thought everyone, when they closed their eyes, they saw pictures. And I thought I was crazy about like, because I'm young, so I'm thinking like maybe it's just nightmares. So I made sure I didn't watch anything crazy on TV, which we weren't allowed to watch because we were Jehovah's Witnesses. And obviously the Smurfs were evil. No offense to anyone that is, but they don't play the games with the Smurfs apparently. And so for my brother to finally, like someone to finally acknowledge that I wasn't crazy, you know, like, and my brother goes, Davona, I said, yeah. He goes, I know what you see at night. And the only way to get rid of it is to go face it. And so he made me go in the mirror because I hated mirrors because every time I looked in the mirror, I could see like demons and like things or people's faces would change or my face would change. And so that's why I hated mirrors. So I'd always break the mirrors. And then finally someone finally told me like, I'm not crazy. Like I see it too. I'm like, why the hell did you let me sit here?
Why didn't you let me go on all by myself? Because they didn't want you to think they were crazy.
Yes.
They're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Yeah. So
he told me, he goes, for anyone that may be experiencing this, and I talked to a lot of people about these things, that people are kind of nervous to come out and like say these things, but I'm such a like open person. You can tell me anything and I won't judge you. I'll just try to find a solution. So he tells me, look in the mirror, close the door, turn the light off, and you have to face it head on. Wow. Close the door and everything started running. I'm like, oh, so I start running out of there, and then he pushed me in there and he goes, you have to face your demons. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm only like 6 or 7. Like I didn't even know I had demons.
Whoa.
But when I did it, and I was terrified, it stopped. Like you have control over that. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they can only come in if you invite them in. Like you have to invite them in. Like you can invite them in by ways that unbeknownst to you. Like if you have a friend that's into demonic things or doing things that are like, that whatever spirits that, you know, people bring in, when you open up the door, there's spirits of that person and whatever spirits that are on the back of them that comes in your house, so you let them in. So you have to know how to let them out, and that's what I did.
And you just show that you're not afraid.
Yes.
And that's...
Because they feed off fear.
They do. They feed off, just like a bully feeds off fear. Anyone feeds off fear.
It's crazy.
You know? So, do your children have this gift? I know you have children.
They do. They
have that gift.
They have...
They have that same...
It's similar. They each have a different, like my oldest son, he tries to shy away from it. Like we'd be sitting outside, you know, holding hands and, you know, looking at the sky, and, you know, 'cause that's the only thing that's consistent is the constellation, the moon, the stars, you know. So we'd be, you know, like saying what we're grateful for outside and barefoot so that we could be grounded. And he'll come in and be like, okay, Mom, but then one day he just broke down and cried. Like, he always makes it sound like I'm like, okay, Mom, like, I don't have time for this. Like, my son's 18, so he's like, dude, I'm just trying to go to the movies. Like, I'm not even trying to hear all this right now.
You have an 18-year-old son?
Yes.
Look at her. Amazing. Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, but when he started showing, I always knew he had gifts because when he was little, he was like 2 years old. And of course, I was like, no, I'm not going to plug up the DVD player. And he loved The Lion King. And I kept putting him off to do it. I had him young, I was 17. I turned around and this kid like took it out the box, put the whole thing upside up himself too. I was like, what in the hell? And so then also I could see that he talked to people. And I'm like, who are you talking to? Myself. And it's funny because he still does it to this day, but he won't admit that it's like this. He's like, I'm not gonna be like the weirdo. Like, no, like, I'm gonna let that be you, Mom. And then like my daughter, all of my kids when I got pregnant, I'm not supposed to be able to have kids because I'm not supposed to have insides.
I know, exactly.
And
wow.
so, but this light came, and every time the damn light came, it was like, bam, you're pregnant. I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant, I can't have kids. So next thing you know, I waited. I'm like, no, can't be pregnant, obviously.
Did you deliver naturally?
Yep.
You did.
They couldn't even see the baby. They said they couldn't see it because when I pee, sorry guys, when you pee, like it doesn't show up, like the chemical didn't show up at first that I'm pregnant. So then when I went to the doctor, they were like, no, you're not pregnant. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant now. And then sure enough, they see it because you can only see one side of my ovary and then the other side of the tubes go the opposite way. It's really cool. They like took pictures and sent it to China and Japan and stuff because they never seen it.
Really, you're one of the studies. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're one of the studies. That's amazing. That's really amazing. You really.
Thank you. So as I was saying about my 3 children, they all have gifts. Whether or not they want to acknowledge them, but I can see them in them. Like my daughter, she's very vibrant. Like she radiates at a very high frequency.
And you don't encourage it.
No.
They just come by
do
themselves.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see.
Some people say, oh, she's encouraging her children to do this. That's, not ethical.
And I don't think that's ethical. I don't. I don't think it's ethical to, like, my opinion, to baptize children. Mm-hmm. Because who are you to make that decision to me? So it's not my choice to have my kids be in my world. I just tell them, like, I've had them go to church. I've had them go to different religions. Like, study the religion, study your spirit and who you are, and then lead with that. So
yeah, that's
important.
beautiful. That's amazing. Wow. So, where do you want to go? Do you want to, like, I know you say you want to help people and heal people, and is there a place they can go to? Contact you?
Yes, definitely.
You can let our audience know that.
Sure.
It's not, she's not looking out for money. She's out to help people.
Right.
She's out to, if you're having you're having issues like her, that she has these gifts or these evil spirits that come, or she can, what can you do for them? Like,
sure. So I've even had people at work, come to me and tell me that, of course they're kind of shy, and they're like, you know what, there's something in my house, and I want to get rid of it. And so I'll tell them, like, well, first I'll like reach in and just kind of feel whatever energy I can feel in their house, and I don't know how, but I can do it remotely, and then I'll tell them whatever the spirit tells me to give them or what they need to do. Like they need. Usually it's something like a certain bath and affirmations, and like I'll have them pick from a crystal unless the spirit tells me to give them a particular crystal. And crystals are like memory. Memory, that's why they have,
Do you want to show what you mean?
Yes, like this one's a selenite. This is like my favorite. I just got this one yesterday from my favorite Lady of the Lakes in Temecula. I love them over there, James and them. And basically it's memory, and it helps you to remember like certain things. Like just like any rock, any kind of rock, it starts from here and it, moves up, and that's why they use it on computers, because it's memory, and sometimes you can get the ancient knowledge from it, or whatever the spirit's holding in it. But also I like to do or help people with spiritual baths and help them to release. Water is so purifying, and so it's like really important that every single thing that's ever been wrong with anyone, all the elements, like our great God, like already gave us everything on the earth that we needed to survive and to fix anything. It's just that with trapped emotions and with trauma and things like that, and it's becoming like a family tradition, it's like, it's generational. And so it's just breaking these generational curses. And sometimes we curse ourselves, with the words that we use about ourselves, like, the way that we speak about ourselves. And also like spelling is called spelling because you're putting spells, that's why it's called spelling. Just be mindful of what you're saying, be mindful of what you're feeding your mind. And negative thoughts come in, you have to acknowledge them, and then you have to release them. So I help people learn to release them and help people find their true gifts and their authenticity.
Wow. So, I know that we're going to get a lot of feedback from this. And are you willing to accept the negativity and the people that throw stones, can I say that, at you?
Yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to feel the way they feel. Like, who am I to say that they're wrong for whatever they may say about me, you know? Like, maybe they haven't gotten there yet. And if people just learn to love people where they're at, you know, and be able to see, like, they came to that conclusion for a reason. There's something there that caused them to act out in that negativity. And if you could see past that and see the person under that, like, that's the beauty in it.
Oh, that is so beautiful. So could you go ahead and give me your email or your Facebook? Or are you on Facebook? Or
Yes, I have a Facebook. It's Metanoia, which is the journey of change. And that's the beauty in it, the journey of change, because it's about the journey, not the end results. And also my email address is davona@metanoiapro.com.
Well, thank you so much, Davona. You've been a delight, beautiful person, and I don't see anything wrong with evil. I see all beauty.
Thank you.
All beauty.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Again, like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. It's free. Thank you again. Olivia Cesena signing off. See you soon.
Thank you again for watching It's About to Get Real with Olivia Cesena. Now, make sure to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We've provided links below. Remember, leave a comment. If you would like to be a guest on a future episode, or if you have ideas and suggestions on who you would like to see, we will provide contact information in the comment field below. We would like to thank our two major sponsors who helped make this episode of It's About to Get Real possible. Thank you to Rosa Cardoza of Hempwork. With a full spectrum and THC-free products, Hempwork is the purest CBD oil. Hempwork, changing the world one drop at a time. And thank you to Randy Innes of Big Block Realty. A home is more than four walls and a roof. It's where dreams become memories. Randy Innes and his team at Big Block Realty provide you the keys to turn today's dreams into tomorrow's memories. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on It's About to Get Real.
This one, like I said.
Oh yeah, that's super film length.
Go ahead.
That's
I would
way
reiterate one
crazy.
more time to the camera.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot.
I usually don't like. Remember, I want happy. I want relax. We're at home.
I want to be drunk.
That's coming later.
I don't want her to grow up like me.
Good.
Cut. Lisa Cena signing off. See you soon.
I gotta do that.
Well, too late now.
We'll do it again.